Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, the Daily Forex. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can catch spikes awesomely using two indicators that I'm going to share with you. Alright, now we're going to start this trading on the boom multi index. The boom multi index, we're going to put on the indicators first, which is the RSI. The indicator first, we're going to put the indicator first, which is the RSI. So put it on main window, but it's going to be on indicator window 1. So look for the RSI, which is the relative strength index. So on the relative strength index, you put it on period 14, then you add level. Put 90 for the first one. This other one you put 10, right? Then you remove this cell right here. At this point, you remove this buy. You don't put a buy, you don't put a sell. Okay, because we're catching the spikes for boom, we're going to put buy on 10. Put buy on 10 if you are trading the boom market. Then you put sell on 90. All right, you put sell. Then the color is going to put it on red. Then on 2 pixel, which is the trend line right here, is going to be on the second line. Then this straight trend line is going to be the one on the middle. Then you click on done, right? Then what we are going to do next is to put in the style right here on 2 pixel, which is this second line. Then this trend line is going to be this one on the first one right here, the straight trend line. The style color is going to be on blue. Then you click on done, right? So this is the RSI. So the main reason why using the RSI is for us to be able to see the overbought and the oversold, right? For us to be able to see the overbought and the oversold positions clearly. So the next indicator is going to be the MACD. Put it on indicator window 1. Indicator window 1 for the MACD. Then what I'm going to set right here is the fast EMA, slow EMA, and MACD SMA. The first one, you leave it on 12. You put it on 12. Second, 26. The third one is going to be on 9, right? You don't add the levels on MACD, but we're going to put on the style on the main and the signal. The color for the main should be on black, while you put it on 2 pixel. The signal should be on red, while you put it on 2 pixel with a straight line pattern right here. Then the main should be the way it is as you are seeing it right here. Then you click on done. So these are the two indicators. You can see that the indicators are so clean and perfect, right? Now this is the red line, this is the blue line. Okay, so whenever there is a spike, this blue line right here, you see that it curves up, it go upwards above the red line. A spike will happen, right? But when a spike will come through, it comes exactly at the point when the spike comes together, so you don't see it with that signal. So how do you get the perfect spike without, because if you place a buy on boom, you know that there's going to be some losses on the market before the spike comes through. That's why you see that I added the level of 10 right here and the level of 90, and right here we're seeing a buy. So whenever this MACD touch this level of 10 of the RSI, the spike is going to come. If you trace it up right here, you can see this point that there was one candle before the spike came through. So the losses on the market is going to be small before you make your profit, because once you place a buy, the market is going to be selling. It's going to be selling, right? So you place a buy, you add your stop loss. So okay, so you add your stop loss so that it can end the losses on the trade, just in case the buy or the spike don't come through at the appropriate time which you have predicted, right? So but with these indicators, the spike will come through appropriately, but there are also other things you need to check out for before you place your entry for either a buy. What you do is to confirm your entry at the higher time frame. First you go to the higher time frame. Now this is a live trade, right? This is a live trade, and what we're seeing here is that price has gotten to this level of 10, and like I said, whenever price gets to the level of 10, the spike will always come, right? Like I said right here at this point. But first we're going to check the higher time frame, the 1 hour time frame. So if I zoom in right here, what we're seeing is that this market is a sell, right? This market is a sell. The market has been selling for a particular period of time because there are 2 sell entries. So what will be the next step? The next step should be a buy, right? because if you check this candlestick, it's a very long sell. Right here there was a buy, but this buy is short, but here there is a very long sell and there's another sell. So this market is going to retest upwards a little bit. Now if you zoom out, what we're seeing here is that this market is at the higher high. Okay, the market is at the higher high right here. Okay, we're seeing that the overbought zone, and the MACD right here is clearly showing us that this market is about to hit this level of 10. So whenever this, you know, that's what to you guys, whenever price gets to the point, the market will retest. Like you see right here, whenever price gets to this point, the market will always sell, and when it gets to this point, the market will buy. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're seeing that the market is at this point, meaning that the market will sell for a little bit before it will go up again, right? The market will sell a little bit before it will retest upwards. Now on the 1 minute time frame, although price has gotten to this point, but this is what you need to watch out for. The spike will not come right away, just because on the higher time frame the market is at the overbought level. Okay, so you check the higher time frame first before you confirm your entries. So if you place a buy right now, just because price has gotten to this point, it will take a little bit of time before the spike will come. All right, the market will continue to buy because the market is at the overbought, and you know that whenever price is at this point, the next step is for price to drop down because it's at the higher time frame. But on the 1 minute time frame, price is here, price will still go up, but it will take a little bit of time. So if you place a buy right now, your losses on the market is going to be about up to 10 candle ticks before the spike would come. All right, it's going to be up to 10 candle ticks before the spike will come. If you trace it here, right here, downward to this point, if you zoom in a little bit, right, if you take a look at it at this point, when this is when price got to the market, this is when price touched the level of 10, and then it take 2 candle ticks before the spike happened, right, at this point. But right here now, what we're seeing that price has touched here now about 4 candle ticks now, but the spike has not come yet, just because the price is at the overbought level on the 1 hour time frame. All right, price at the overbought level on the 1 hour time frame, but the spike will come, but will take a little bit of time, like 10 candle ticks before the spike would come. All right, so you need to wait a little bit before you can catch the spike accurately. All right, so the indicators don't just work alone. You also need to use price action and technical analysis strategy for you to be able to confirm these entries perfectly, right? So what we're seeing here is that the market will buy, but it will take a little bit of time. That's how the spike is going to come accurately. So what I'll do now is show you how to catch the spikes on the crash market, because what I've just showed you is on the boom, right? We're still using the same setup for the RSI and the MACD. All right, now go over to the crash 1000 index market. On the crash 1000 index market, let's zoom in real quick. This is the 1 hour time frame. Perfect. On the 1 hour time frame, price is at the overbought, and whenever price gets to this region, price will always drop down. Whenever price touch this level of 90, price will sell, and whenever price gets to this point, price will buy. This is the 1 hour time frame. Now let's check the 1 minute time frame. It's a little bit different from that, right? On the 1 minute time frame, here, whenever price gets to this point, the market will sell. Take a look at it. This is a spike, and the spike is very huge. If you take a look, if you draw the trend line from this point downward to this point, this is where the spike ends, right? This is where the spike ends. From here downwards to this point, and you see when price gets to this point, almost at the level of 90, the market sold. Okay, and whenever the price is at the downtrend of the MACD, there's a lot of spikes. So if you want to catch spikes frequently, whenever you see that the MACD is at the downtrend of the crash market, spikes will always come. You will always catch spikes. Although if you place a sell, there's going to be a little amount of losses, like 5 candle ticks, 10 candle ticks, but spike will always come. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the downtrend of the MACD. You can see there's 1 spike, 2 spike, right? And when price gets to this point, the spike is going to come. Take a look at it. Downtrend of the MACD. This is a spike. This is another spike. Downtrend of the MACD. And whenever price gets to this point, the spike will just come. So you see how you can catch spike accurately using the strategy that I'm sharing with you guys right now. You see how accurate it is. Okay, and here also you see there was a spike. So there are things you need to watch out for when you want to catch spikes on the market. Like in a situation like this, how do you know the market is going to spike? You need to use technical analysis strategy as well. You check the higher time frame. Now you saw that this candlesticks, this MACD trend line is small. The reason why this candlesticks is small is because of the higher time frame. Probably price is at a zone where the market would what sell, meaning that there's higher liquidity power at that point, so the market would sell. So it doesn't matter if the upper MACD did not touch the uptrend of the RSI, which is a level of 90. So you always need to check the higher time frame to confirm your entries. So when you want to catch the spikes, check the higher time frame to confirm your entries. All right, so I believe after watching this video you now understand how to catch spikes accurately on crash and boom market. So if you found value in this video, do it to like and subscribe to this channel, the Daily Forex, for more awesome trading tips and strategy. I will see you guys on the next video.